Ladies and gentlemen, your duos champions for ESL Katowice's Royale, it is of course Saf and Zate. No surprises there, gentlemen. What a performance from these two guys. The L-Dance came out in that final game. They knew what they were doing. They knew it was all over, but it was all about those big bomb performances in those late games today.
They have that late game figured out. I would say better than anybody that I have seen in competitive Fortnite. Like, actually just that late game is spectacular from them.
I don't know how they're so consistent, how they push out all of these energies and all of this stuff that they've been doing.
Ladies and gentlemen, then for the final time, it's been an incredible time here in Katowice. Give it up for Saf and Zate!
Ladies and gentlemen, your duos champion, Saf and Zate! Congratulations, guys. Come forward, just come forward for me. What an incredible couple of days you guys have had. Not only a birthday boy, now a champion. Fellas, how do you feel right now?
I have no words. I don't know. It's a weird feeling.
Saf as well, how do you feel? I mean, obviously you guys dominated, particularly today, but the whole competition, consistent, things went pretty much as good as they could have gone.
I feel great. Everything went well, and we won.
Was it nice as well? Obviously, you were a secret skirmish champion earlier this year as well. How nice is it to have a victory here with your man, Zate?
We had one a while back in summer skirmish. It's basically the same. I mean, not the same feeling, but it's there.
Where did everything go so right this weekend, guys? Obviously, people watching at home, consistent eliminations, victory royales as well. What works so well for you guys as a team?
Most of it, the reason why we had so much success was because we avoided a lot of players, yeah.
Because you're against the best in the world here as well. Is it always nice to test yourselves against this kind of competition? Obviously, there is a recently announced big event happening later on this year as well. This must give you all the confidence in the world.
Yeah, obviously it's awesome going against different competitors from all around the world, and it feels great.
Of course, as well, we're looking at you guys with these trophies, but also you've won $80,000, baby. Woo! What are you going to do with the money? What happens from this point onwards?
I'm just going to save it. I really don't know what I'm going to do with my money yet. I don't know.
Sensible, thinking ahead. I like that, guys. And lastly, I must say, what has your experience been like here in Poland at Katowice Royale? Have you enjoyed every single second of this?
Yeah, from start to end, everything's been awesome. All the boys, the EU boys, especially, I didn't know how they were, but they're really nice, and all the staff, it's awesome, man.
Everything's been great so far, and yeah.
Would you please give it up one more time for your ESL Katowice Royale Duos champions, Zate and Saf! Unbelievable from start to finish, you guys. Absolutely rocked it. That is it from here on the main stage. It has been an incredible 10 days or so with the Polish edition as well, and this weekend too. Thank you guys so much. A huge shout out to the production team, ESL, to Epic Games, to all the amazing casting team we have here as well, all the brilliant players, all the audience here, you guys, all you guys at home as well. It's been an absolute joy, a dream come true. Thank you so much. For now though, that's it for the main stage. Back to Mark one more time. Saf and Zate!
Awesome stuff, gentlemen. Awesome stuff. Massive congratulations to Saf and Zate, and the happiest of birthdays possible.
Yeah, for sure. I love the modesty as well. Everything's modest, subdued in a good way. And then he's like, we avoided a lot of players. And I'm like, you had a 13-kill game? Yeah. 11 elimination game? What is avoiding players? What's not avoiding players?
About 70, 80 players is what they're saying, but they took out as many as they could. Zakubas, thoughts on that performance from these two gentlemen?
Absolutely outstanding. Every step of the way. They never let their guard down once. They were just so consistent throughout each day. And, when they needed to be aggressive, when they needed to step it up, they took it to a whole another level.
Yeah, they took on all challengers, and yes, they had the points difference going into the last game, but even then, they were still fighting for it, still at every moment. Only to take the L out in the open, which is, you know, a massive statement on that. No bad side about that. They knew that they had this in the bag getting into the place.
The point is, if you put yourself in that position, why not have a little bit of fun at the end of the game, you know? They dominated today. I mean, it was the consistency on day one that was so impressive, but the way that they came out, I think it was game 13, 14, sorry, 13, 14.
Yeah, 11
games.
and
11
12,
to 13, essentially. Even that 13th game where Saf was staying alive as well. Those were the game-changing games, and I think what we've learned from this format, as we see these two gentlemen on stage, is the fact that consistency isn't everything. You have to have those big elimination games in order to be stood there on that stage like these two gentlemen holding those trophies.
And I think it might sound a little bit strange to put it this way, but I think the moment where it went from they're good to they're great and on another level was that Rift play. Like, that was the moment where you think, okay, they are playing a completely different game because they're already thinking about this.
It's not even just the Rift play. I mean, that was genius, next level, 200 IQ. But I mean, even in the next game at Polar Peak, you know, they're holding back on the explodes for that late game because they know that if they hold on to them for as long as possible and save them up, they're going to knock down everything. And that's what they did. I believe Turks and Provoke tried to take the high ground from them. They even had a Rift to go. And it was no good. Wasn't enough.
And look, we should obviously talk about some of the other teams that we've had here, some of the other duos who have performed well. I know that you guys were saying, you know, you were impressed with some certain duos today. Who would be your takeaway team that impressed you the most, apart from our obvious winners, as we, of course, do see our final duo standing points tally?
I want to give a lot of credit to Crippa Boyer, Vinny, and Zexro, who end up respectively second and third. I think Vinny and Zexro had a fantastic day one. Game two was great. We saw with that victory royale, Mitro and Kuna jump up into fifth. Can't overlook Demo and Bizzle, who were consistent as well. Every single duo here, I think, has just done so well.
Yes, Ghost Camo and Issa made it into the top 10 as well. Come on, the Controller crew. That's a huge performance from them, showing that the Controller guys can hang with the best in the world on the PC. But Airwax, Nikoff, just outside the top 10 there. But so many players having such great performances across the board. And you can just see, even from these standards, how close it was.
Dementos and Fuexi even putting in a great performance. I saw Mongrel tweeting about how good they did in that last zone as well. We were so focused on the fact that Mitro took it and we had our winners already, but certainly showing up for themselves. A couple of UK players as well coming through, doing very well, which for us is obviously having been in the UK esports scene for a while. It's really nice to see players performing in multiple games now where we're seeing results get put up.
And it has been fantastic to see not only the people who are at the top of the leaderboard, all of the different nationalities here in Poland fighting out the first real truly international feel to a tournament, and having all of these different play styles, all these different cultures coming together in one place. It's been so much fun. It really has.
And I want to put it this way, even if we didn't just talk about your duo that is your favorite, and they placed anywhere, like, they did a good job. Like, all of the players were in games that looked interesting. I think so many players came in with low expectations on them and overperformed. Some, you know, did very well. So I just had a great 2 days of duos and a day of solos that I think just showed what competitive Fortnite can do.
Gentlemen, now it is.
Don't say it.
I'm going to have to say it.
Oh,
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, guys. It is time, unfortunately, for us to say goodbye. It has been an incredible time here in Katowice, Poland. Thank you so much to all of the players, spectators, talent team, production, every single person who has been involved in putting together this tournament. But a special shout out has to go to our final champions. Of course, it was Saf and Zay. Thank you all so much for tuning in. We'll see you next time.